Hey, Milkbee. You were in quick. You got here before I did. Hey, Revshing. Hey, All Mine. That's a great song. All Mine is a great song. Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Killface. Hey, Rachel. Hey, Happy. J Dot. Lexi. Eh. Surviving, I guess. I'm surviving. Hey, Brooke. Jimmy, this shirt's nothing. It's just the light for this one. Hey, Atman. This is not one of my new shirts. Not yet, Milkbee. Haven't. My supper isn't here yet. Had a friend hang out with you today? Oh, that's always nice, J Dot. Never, Killface. I don't give out my phone number. What'd you order? You'll see when it gets here. Hey, Rara. Hi, Casey. Thanks, Lexi. Hey, Val. Went to see the movie. Which movie? Nope. Yeah, man. What's the cost of living in Canada? It varies. Mark 3 shirts. I ordered 3 shirts. Oh, super pets. So yeah, cost of living. I mean, like, hey, Karina. BC, the cost of living is ridiculous. Manitoba, the cost of living is pretty good. Hey, Violet Cloud. Work the runway? No. I will not work the runway. You know I'm unemployed right now. Really good, but really loud. How was day? I slept until like 6 in the. I slept until like 6. I didn't go to. It was like 6:30 in the morning when I went to bed, and then 6 in the evening when I got up. I was up late because a random thought made me have to do exactly Killface. Just Twitter is the main way to contact me. Hey, Key Lime Pie. Hey, TM. Cheese stick for snack. Cool. Do I normally sleep 12 hours a day? Kinda. I do, Violet. What about me? I've never had a Twitter. Yeah. Yeah. Do I take naps? Not normally, Atman. Not normally. What did I do all day? Yeah, I slept all day. Hey, Dandy. What am I having for dinner? You'll see when it gets here. How's my day going? My nationality, I am Canadian. Hey, Alicia. Hey, Keyline. I'll be honest, yeah. I feel like I could take a nap right now. Burned FTO at work on Wednesday this week. Take a nap. Fair enough. Fair enough. Sometimes you just need a nap. Hey, Zoe. How long did it? Oh, like 5 months. Yeah, it was like I was born in Montreal, but I only lived there for like five or 6 months. What kind of t-shirts did I get? I'll show them off in a few more minutes. Went to bed at 5:30 this morning. Couldn't sleep. Yeah, it's about the earliest I ever go to bed is 5:30 in the morning. I do not speak French now. Despite being born in Montreal, I don't speak a lick of French. Some Xanax. Yeah, we do have melanin pills. Maybe I maybe should take one. Or melatonin. Is it melatonin? Cheese omelet in French. Getting exhausted? Yeah. No, my father is not French. Whiskey beats melatonin. I'm not a drinker, Mark. Hey, hamburger. Hey, Karina. Pack them in. The t-shirts? No, I have not yet shown off my new t-shirts. Have not yet eaten supper. I ordered out. Actually, key lime in Ontario, in Eastern Ontario, where I grew up, in Cornwall. French. There's French classes, grades 1 through 9. Like it's French. You have French class every year until grade 9. In high school, you do have to pick either French or Spanish for 1 year. I have not read the Quran. I was tempted to. Hey, bariatric. I read the Bible uh, cover to cover. Hey, Amy. Hey, Hobbit. What happens when you die? We die. That's it. But yeah, back when I was a teenager, I read the Bible cover to cover. Um, Curiosity mostly. Download and play trivia for dummies. Pass. Not because I believed in it. No, I was always an atheist. Like I've been an atheist all my life. Um, I'm not really doing bays right now, Killface. So yeah, I've been a atheist all my life. So when I read the Bible, it wasn't like because I believed in it or because I even wanted to believe in it. It was, I think at the time, it was almost like a know your enemy type of deal. Like it was one of those types of things. It's just like a know your enemy deal. Because at the time, I was like, oh, organized religion is evil. I've mellowed out. I have no issue with organized religion these days. At least not in general. Specific organized religions, I take issue with, but organized religion as a whole, I'm honestly not sure what my father was. My mom was raised Protestant. Um, she also spent some time studying with Jehovah's Witnesses. The main reason my mom never became a like the main reason my mom was never actually officially inducted into the Jehovah's Witnesses is because she smokes. Jehovah Witnesses aren't allowed to smoke, and she couldn't quit, so she never actually became a full member. But for years, she studied with them. Michaela Peterson, I do not, Dandy. But anyway, yeah. So that's why I read the Bible. Um, I kind of wanted to read the Quran as well, but I never did. She does not smoke weed. No. Hey, Fernanda. Jordan Peterson's daughter. Oh. Well, that would be why I don't follow her then. Smoke weed every day. I don't smoke any weed. Haven't eaten yet, Karina. I ordered out. You'll find out what I ordered when it gets here. And Janet. All right. Probably not going to get too many more people in here, so may as well show the t-shirts I got. Did edibles once, and it did nothing for me, Zoe. So yeah, ordered from TeePublic. Hey, oof, it's been rough lately. We hope that whatever is in this package makes your day even a little better. Spoiler alert, we know it's inside, and yeah, it is pretty awesome. Hope to see you back soon, everyone at TeePublic. So this is the TeePublic package. Love TeePublic. Yeah, TeePublic is pretty good. I like TeePublic because they've got a wide variety of designs. Dazzler, sounds of light and fury. 1983 World Tour. Was 1983 when her solo debuted? Give me a second here. I want to double check something. I feel like she was, 1981. So what happened in 1983 in her series? Yes, her album did come out in 1983. Okay. So, yeah, so Dazzler, the best X person. She is good. No, I was born in 1985. Dazzler is really good. Yeah, so 1983 is when the comics had her first album come out, which was called Sounds of Light and Fury. So it's just reference to that. And I love Dazzler. So love the color. Yeah, it's a nice color. Whoops. Sorry, just looking at this card. Whatever. All right, next t-shirt. Yes, I am an Aquarius. Dazzler or Lila? Dazzler. I like Dazzler more. Lila's awesome though. Lila is, intergalactic rock star and super thief, which is pretty awesome. But Dazzler is Dazzler. Welcome to Moonside. If you stay too long, you'll fry your brains. Where your yes means no, and your no means yes. This is a reference to Earthbound, an amazing video game. In the comics, the Ant-Man his way. So in the comics, Hank Pym has an absolute complete. Should Star Jammers have been a band? Probably not. Yeah. So and Ant-Man. So in the comics, Hank Pym has a complete and total nervous breakdown, just like an absolute complete breakdown. As part of that, he does slap Janet. What's actually happening in the scene is he is building a robot to attack the Avengers, so that he can then stop the robot and be a hero. So, a pretty friggin' insane plan to begin with. And she tries to talk him out of it, and he sort of backhands her. the reality is, like, he's done a lot to live it down and everything. Hey, Anunnaki, left an Ironheart. I like Ironheart. She's a good character. And my third T-shirt, Gigas. Fortnite never played. This is also Earthbound. Gigas. Gigas. Yeah, those are my three T-shirts. Those are my three new T-shirts. Faces. So it's a face of like a weird god. Anunnaki, no, they're probably honestly not recasting those no anime ones. Nah. Not recasting Chala was probably the right choice. Never played Prey or Bioshock. Sasuke? I don't know. I think I'm just feeling more asleep this week. Never played Wizard 101. I like Final Fantasy, yeah. Yeah, like the reality is, like, if they had recast T'Challa, the new actor was going to be would have been compared to Chadwick Boseman, and he wouldn't have lived up. The new actor wouldn't have lived up to it. Goofy, I would rather have a cat. So, like, it's beyond that. I mean, would the other actors, like, would the rest of the cast have wanted him to be recast? Because, I mean, they sort of grew pretty close to Chadwick Boseman. I do not play Fortnite. My most recurring dream. I almost never remember my dreams. It was sad that he died. Writing a biography for school, and I picked you. Gonna kind of make up parts of your life and say how you go on to become the first trans. Okay. Oh, apparently my food is here. Give me a minute. Be back in a couple minutes. And Jimmy, it's pretty shitty of them. Anyway, it's not pizza. It's nachos. Kind of pizza? A nacho pizza. Just pulled pork nachos. Sasuke? Probably. Probably would be cheaper to make it at home, but You pay for convenience. Hey, burnt toast. No, that's good. I don't belong to any organized religion, and I sure as hell wouldn't belong to any organized. Brooke, I already showed them off. I'll show them off again after I eat. Onion rings or fries? Fries. Macaroni and cheese, cool. Yes, bariatric. Anunnaki, the place the order from, doesn't do drinks. Still had a Sprite left over from whatever I ordered yesterday. Just decided that I don't want any more. Fair enough. Muslim viewers, I imagine most Muslim viewers don't like. I imagine most Muslims don't actually care about non-Muslims eating pork. Mid to long-term plans for life? I have no idea. Chantal doing today? If she didn't say, I don't know if I should. She's on a date. They have a Starbucks drink? The pink drink. Though it would take. Though I will say the pink drink would taste better, made from unionized labor. Joaquin Phoenix documentary. All right. Hey, Shiara. Pineapple. I don't like. I don't like the taste of pineapple milk tea. Green tea, no. If I remember to, Brooke. Yeah, it's okay, Suska. I don't get dates because I don't put any effort into it. So I don't look for dates. Coffee? No, I don't drink coffee. I don't know that it's an issue of standards, Sosuke. I already have pretty low standards, to be honest. Um, yeah, Chantal does drink coffee. Ronald McDonald is retired. Yeah, I suppose he was at it for a long time. No, Val, I haven't written anything in years. No, Dandy, I have not. I would not consider that. I don't really care how my ancestors would feel closed door. I don't know about 500 pounds, Sosuke, but because of my beard? Okay. Someone kids? No, I wouldn't date someone with kids. Plans for tomorrow? Um, I'll play some more of that Our Life game. 350 pins? I don't know. I don't know, Burnt Toast. Exactly, triggers. Misty going live on Wednesday. Sorry, Brooke. I didn't feel like doing anything. I just didn't feel like doing anything on Wednesday. Thanks, Sky. Anime games. Would I date someone queen here? Sure, why not? Don't know Brooke Candy. What do I contribute to society? Absolutely nothing, Craig Zill. Would I date a guy? I would not. Sosuke? No, no turfs. Guy? I got that nickname because Chantel is weird. Woman with a blonde comb over? I don't know. No, Sosuke because they're still a man. I'm not attracted to men. Parrot with untreated. I don't know. Uh, Coke is okay. Sure, Donald. I don't know. You're asking all these questions, but would you date this person? Would you date that person? I don't know. Hey, SYL and SYL's partner. Chocolate ice cream tacos? No. I'm not interested in the Fortnite, Lexi. Chantel was mad at me? When was Chantel mad at me? Hey, Simone. Eh. I'd rather not date somebody who hates my best friend, Sosuke. Was George Harrison a better songwriter than Paul? I don't know. Probably. I don't know who Jacqueline Hill is. Yeah, Canada's got plenty of Karens. Hey, Leah. Donald, the best way to discipline a cat is actually a spray bottle. Just some water in a spray bottle. I would not, Sosuke. J. A Karen is a white woman who uh, complains about things. The term got sort of originally as like a white woman who hey Tiara. Like I think originally a Karen it is tied to race, Mark. Because I think originally a Karen was like a white woman who would like call the cops on a black person. Karen is I want to talk to your manager. Yeah. That's sort of what Karens became, I think. Butter chicken? I don't know. It is hamburger. Did not happen. That is true, Brooke. Sasuke? I'm always tired these days. I'm always tired lately. Thanks, Necro. Nah, Chantal's not a Karen. I mean, pretty much, Jimmy. Yeah, not lately. But back when Chantal and I first lived together, yeah, I would go get pads for her. Never, I don't think it was ever an emergency pad run, but like I'd go to the store and I'd pick up some pads for her while I was there if she needed them. So, admin wants a beauty bite. All right, beauty bite. I don't really do. I don't do React videos, Sosuke. I don't watch Nikocado now. No jalapenos, Jimmy. Pulled pork, onion, tomato, and red pepper. I think I did not mark. Nope, I have not, Craig. I don't really watch anything. Takis? X-Men versus Avengers? Which version of it, Hubris? Do you mean the '80s one? Uh, or do you mean Avengers versus X-Men, the one from like 2012? I read both. You have a good video games lately? I'm still making my. I'm still making my way through Mass Effect 3 Incognito. Sasuke? I mean, talk to a doctor, I guess. No thanks, two fingers. You need to do books lately? I finished reading Race to the Sun. I need to put a. I need to do my a review of it. Shout out to Rocco the cat. Can you eat dessert? No. No, I won't have enough room in me for any sort of dessert anyway. And I have no dessert in the house. You sent me 6. Oh, you have me on 6 different screens. Cool. I was unaware of that, Sosuke, but I mean, the cat didn't do anything. The cat's still good, right? Thanks, Zen. This is an old one. This is one I've had for a while. And we're getting another cooking video. As soon as I cook something, I guess. Cherry pie? No. The OG Infinity Gauntlet? I mean, it's one of the classics for a reason, hubris. Do I know any autism books? Um, no, but I mean, you can find them. They played golf with the yellow shirt. No, I wore that shirt because Jubilee, her power is fireworks. It's Canada Day celebrations. Jubilee. Where'd I get this nachos? A place called Connor's Irish Pub. And Hubris, yeah, the original Infinity Gauntlet. I still say that comic book Thanos' motivation of trying to impress the personification of death genuinely made more sense than his movie motivation. Exactly, hubris. Like Thanos being the ultimate nihilist in love with death herself and just trying to impress her makes way more sense than, oh, well, eliminate half the population in order to solve uh, resource shortages. Yeah, once I finish eating, I'll show my t-shirts again, Zenden. Like, my opinion on the US, that it deserves better, Ghoul Split. Yeah, like, Thanos's, like, movie Thanos's motivations are just stupid. We are not pretty red. Because, like, the issue with his plan, first of all, the issue isn't really lack of resources, it's unequal distribution of resources. What about MCU Ultron? Again, I much prefer comic book Ultron, who just who is based on whose hatred of humanity is based on his creator, Hank Pym's own self-hatred. Yeah, so like yeah, so the world doesn't have a lack of resources, it has unequal resource distribution. Getting rid of half the population doesn't actually fix that. It's still going to be unequal distribution of resources. Sure, Sasuke, but it's the bigger problem is that the resources are distributed unequally. The other issue, like another big problem with another problem with Thanos' plan. Oh well, not enough resources. Oh, kill off half the people. It'll take what? One, two generations tops for the population to get back exactly where it was before. I would not Ghoul Split. I'm a coward. I'm not going to fight. Like it takes one or two generations for the population to just double back to exactly where it was before. He didn't actually, at best, even if we assume his whole, even if we assume his whole not enough resources thing was true, even if we take that as true, at best, he kicked the can down the road a little bit. Best case scenario, he kicked the can down the road a little bit. Nobody else had a better idea. Double resources. Killing 50% of life includes plankton. Yeah. It was a stupid motivation. It made no sense if you applied any thought to it. Whereas in the comics, Thanos just wanting some sweet, sweet dead poontang makes perfect sense. You can totally relate to that. What country do I hate the most? I don't hate any countries. Incognito? Probably not. Have I read any comics? Of course I've read comics. Fair enough, Sosuke. No, Jimmy, I cannot. So yeah, I don't like movie Thanos. Thanks, straight up. It does not, Sosuke. I was attracted to her. Thoughts on Ben Affleck coming back as Batman? I don't give a shit. I honestly don't care one way or the other. Sometimes it's lip crust. Yeah, I got some Sprite. All right, so there's some people in here who haven't seen my shirt yet. I don't know, Sosuke. That was me. Anyway, some people who haven't seen my new shirts yet, so I'll show them off again. Gigas, the ultimate villain from the video game Earthbound. Post behind you. You mean this? This is Miles Morales, Spider-Man. This is sort of based on Into the Spider-Verse, Twilight. So yeah, that's Miles Morales, Spider-Man. So Gigas from Earthbound. moon side, also from the video game Earthbound. There's not really anymore. And Dazzler, Sounds of Light and Fury 1983 World Tour t-shirt. Earthbound, one of the best video games. Absolutely. I don't know, Doors. I don't even know. Everybody's a Dazzler fan, Sosuke. In the comics, everybody in the comics is a Dazzler fan. Juggernaut is a Dazzler fan. My favorite color is red. All right, I'll show off my shirts. Give me a minute. I'm not actually going to show you my body. You people haven't paid to see enough to see my body. Yeah, you think I'm going to show off my body? You people haven't paid enough for that. Kind of a shame that it's backwards. $1,000, Scotty. I look swollen, maybe. All right, show off my next shirt. We are all money. Looking pregnant. Model strip, please. Thank you, Churgers. Oh, cool, J-Dot. Smalls, I don't even know what smalls are, Hubris. Oh, Smash. No. I don't even know how to do a model walk. Andy, I heard the capitalist army has been talking about you on Telegram. Are you sweating it and going to be hollering? Also, can you show us the box jingle, Jim? Thank you, Dandy. I have no idea how to respond to any of what you just said. I have no idea what any of that means. All right. Enough money. And Gigas. However it's supposed to be pronounced. Scotty, maybe. I don't know. Down for some Mario Kart. Uh, I don't really feel like playing it until I don't really feel like getting back to Mario Kart until the new maps drop next week. Thanks, Sosuke. All right. I'll want to watch these shirts before I actually wear them. I'm gonna want to wash those shirts before I actually really wear them, just because I don't know. They've been in a package. They've been in a parcel for several days. No, so it's okay. I bought them from T Public. Weird thinking jewels on the nails. Cool. Okay. No, I mean they must have come in Canada. Like they must have shipped in Canada because I ordered them on Sunday and got them on Wednesday. Like it must have shipped within Canada, just considering how fast it came. Yep. Woodbridge, Ontario. So yeah, it actually came from Ontario. Like it came from within the province. What do they smell like? I mean, they smell like they were printed and need a wash. I mean, possibly Sosuke. Give me a second. Apparently, assembled in Nicaragua. Yeah, so assembled in Nicaragua with U.S. components. Apparently. Fluorescent yellow shirts with a sweet silver X. Hey, Alloy. Then you should probably talk to somebody about that ghoul split. I'm aware, Brooke. Shirts were made by the cartel. Snacking on chocolate covered raisins, Karina. No, Sosuke. I bought them last time I was in a grocery store, like a week ago. Brookside. President's Choice Bariatric. These are President's Choice. Viper Fist. Still know where I can go to get HRT. You never know, hubris. Entirely possible, Sosuke. Entirely possible. Would I eat human flesh? I think I'd probably prefer not to. Yeah, I get that, J. Dot. I know what that's like. Yes, I wear pants, Brooke. I don't. I don't like going pantsless, to be honest. We have to. I don't know. Nothing. Well, what? Will I one day just snap? I don't think so. No, I don't like Loverboy. Do we have a lot of Spanish speakers in Canada? We've got some hubris. We got our fair share. Not as much as parts of the U.S., but yeah, we have Spanish speakers up here. No underwear? No. I wear boxers. Always. Always wear my boxers. I don't consume any soy, Dandy. I have not grep. Bikini briefs over boxers. I'll take your word on that. I do not, Sosuke. Yet. Yeah. I was unaware of that, Scotty Wolf. Share my leftover nachos. That's right, yet. Time to get up back at there. Pass. Hey, Lizzie. Doors. Probably about as good use of time as the questions that are being asked. Milk Bee tomorrow. I plan on playing a little bit more tomorrow. Milk Bee. I've heard a little bit about it. Baobun, yeah. I know that there's some town where the only library is closed because none of the workers are going in anymore because of the harassment they've gotten. Uh, I don't. I don't like horror in general, Karina. So don't play any horror games. Yeah, hubris. There's a lot of harassment of libraries going on. Uh, Libraries are not irrelevant. Libraries are community centers. They are a place where people who have no internet access can go for internet access. They are safe spaces for uh, for people to look up things that they don't feel comfortable looking up at home. Maybe Maybe a gay kid isn't comfortable looking up topics about being gay on their home internet, so they do it on the computer. Um, so there's a safe environment. They do. They do have communities. They do community. There's a wide variety of community services that go on there. Um, there's research assistants. Like libraries are fantastic for any kind of research assistance. And of course, the books. Being able to just go to a library and pick up a book without having to pay for it. Google's not great, Sosuke. Like Google will give you a million answers. Libraries will help you find the right answers. Libraries are sanctuaries, yep. And yeah, and I mean, just like being able to read books without having to pay for them. That's a godsend to people who like to read, but don't have unlimited money. Yes, the earth is round. I mean, because there is a lot that goes into it, Scotty Wolf. Never been to Las Vegas. Yep. You're not wrong, Leah. Like I said, libraries still serve a bunch of purposes. Like libraries still fulfill multiple services. They remain a valuable part of every community and popular parts of the communities. When was the last time I went to a library? It's been a while, I'll admit, Julia. I don't. I. It's been a long time since I've actually taken a book out from the library. I'll admit that. No, I don't, Jimmy. I had to learn the Dewey Decimal System in order to work at the library. Except TM, it's not young people wanting to get rid of libraries. Young people tend to understand the value of libraries. Like, in all honesty, like, young people actually tend to understand the value of libraries. They really do. They're not the ones trying to get rid of it. The ones trying to get rid of libraries are conservatives. They are it is conservatives who hate libraries. Just absolutely despise libraries. Conservatives cannot stand libraries because libraries are dedicated to truth and knowledge and safety and acceptance and everything good. Let me see if I can find the Yeah, so there was a library, Vinton Public Library in Iowa, closed for a week because of harassment, specifically anti queer harassment that was going on. Because there's a lot of there's been a lot of people challenging queer books in public libraries. There's been a lot of challenges going on right now. So yeah, it's yeah, there's just been that is happening, Bao. Um, there have been which which state was it where they were trying to get Barnes and Noble, like where they were trying to ban Barnes and Noble from selling some book. The book Genderqueer has been getting so much attention and hate lately. But hey, Janine. But I mean, it's not even the only one. Favorite fruit? Probably strawberries. Vivid, memorable dreams. I do not meddle. I don't remember my dreams ever. Florida. I don't think it was Florida where the case I was thinking of was happening. Nah, I haven't been to a library in forever, Brooke. I know. Despite the fact that I want to actually work in a library, I never seem to actually go down there. Hey, Strawberry. Green apples or peaches? Yeah, both are fine. Green apples are fine. Peaches are fine. Humans are primarily deterministic in nature. I don't know, Doris. Okay. Good night, Killface. Or Clarence? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we use Dewey for, where appropriate. You might be right, TM. Might have been Texas that I was thinking of. Yes, Hobbit. Sure. Legalize psychedelic mushrooms, or at least decriminalize them. Allergies are bad for this week. Yeah, that's never fun. Good night, T. I'm getting pretty tired too. Sosuke, no. No tests for someone to be allowed to vote. Thing is, like, putting tests in place to determine who is allowed to vote traditionally not been uh, used for the greater good. Traditionally been used against some pretty specific groups of people. So, yeah, that's no. Favorite meal food? I don't know. Steak, I guess. Show you the pool? No. Not going to pool. I guess good for him, Jimmy. Is capitalism a necessary evil? Nope. Nope. I do not believe capitalism is necessary. How do I like my steak cooked? When I go out, I usually get it medium rare. But like if it's being grilled at home, like on a barbecue, I generally go rare. What would I suggest in place of capitalism? Socialism. Obviously. I don't know, Doors. I am fatigued today. Deep thoughts are not really something I'm looking to engage in today. Good night, Bow. If by partied you meant spent like 3 hours looking up pointless shit on the internet in order to satisfy uh, a moment of idle curiosity, then sure. How did I sleep last night? Not too great, Doors. No, I was never on Tumblr. Not at all. Not even remotely accurate, Sosuke. Yes, potted plant. I showed off the t-shirts already. So weather like, still pretty hot, I think. Hot and humid. But no, what I actually did last night, um, okay. Have fun, Janine. Yeah, what I actually did last night, uh, I was idly curious about how many women either wrote or drew comics for Marvel in the 90s. So I spent like 2, 3 hours sort of I picked May of each year. So I went like May of 1994, May of 1995, May of 1996. Um just to see how many of Marvel's comics that came out in each of those given months had a woman either writing or drawing it. The answer was virtually none. Uh, Outside of Barbie and Disney comics, um, there were almost no women writing or drawing at Marvel in the 90s. Almost none, Sasuke. It's gotten a little bit. I mean, bear in mind, this was in the 90s. It's gotten slightly better now. But so yeah, like for basically the entirety of that decade, Marvel just did not hire women. I suspect that I probably am, Doris. I suspect I probably am. It was honestly like I think I think she does need to be fed. Come on. It wasn't until like 2002. Yeah, it was like 2002 when Marvel remembered, oh hey, women can make comics too. Rob Liefeld. Why? I will never understand Liefeld's appeal. I will never understand how he got so hugely popular. Like it's just it baffles me. I don't get the appeal at all. I do not understand it. Did you know that there's a bit of an urban legend about Rob Liefeld being responsible for killing Mark Grunwald? So, kind of a funny story. So, Mark Grunwald, legendary Marvel editor and writer. Um, like Mark Grunwald was just absolutely legendary editor at Marvel and phenomenal writer as well. wrote Captain America for years, had one of the most iconic Captain America, or one of the most iconic runs as Captain America's writer. Um, and continued editing. Uh, in the 90s, uh, shit got pretty bad for Marvel in the 90s. There was one point where Marvel had to lay off a whole shitload of people. And that sort of fell on Mark Grunwald because of the position he held at the time. So he was having to tell all his friends, all the people whose work he loved and admired, that they were being let go. Which, was just murder on Grunwald, because Grunwald was like the nicest guy. Like, he was just the absolute nicest guy in the world. So him just having to lay off all his friends was just murder on him. And obviously put a lot of stress on him. But the story goes that one day he was leaving his apartment and he picked up and he grabbed a copy of Captain America #1 by Rob Liefeld. And that a few days after that, he had a heart attack and he died. So, like, the story goes that basically Rob Liefeld's Captain America broke Grunwald's heart and killed him. An apocryphal story, probably not true, but that's the legend. Yeah, that basically Rob Liefeld's Captain America killed Mark Grunwald. Was dressed up as in Black Cat for Halloween. Nice. Black Cat's cool. Good night, Hubris. Anyway, Liefeld's Captain America was a shitty comic. But most of Liefeld's comics were shit. I genuinely do not understand the appeal of his art. Like, I don't get it. I will never understand it. Like, hey, Steven, there are comic artists whose styles I just don't like. I don't really like the art of Mike Deodato. Brooke? Yeah, I'll probably be going live to play that Our Life game. So yeah, I just don't really like Mike Deodato's art. I find it stiff. I find it often looks like action figures being posed. Often kind of looks muddy to me. Ditko? Not really. I'm not really a fan of Ditko either, Stephen, I'll be honest. But I can understand the appeal of Mike Deodato's art. It is very flashy. There's a certain I don't know. I can definitely understand the appeal of Mike Deodato's art. But Rob Liefeld, I don't get. Like, I do not get Rob Liefeld's art. Hey, NASA Jen. Yeah, Steve Ditko. I mean, 60s Steve Ditko was, he was one of the best artists of the 60s. Like, there's no getting around that. Steve Ditko was one of the best comic artists of the 1960s. Hey, Purple Cool. He was doing some revolutionary stuff at the time. But like, it was his return to Marvel in the 90s that was just like, this is not good. Like, he wrote, hey, Bancy, he wrote and drew Speedball. um, back in the early 90s. And it wasn't good. Like, I could see what he was going for, but the art just did not stand up. 90s Ditko is just so horrible. Yeah. You know what I'll never forgive the 90s for? I'll never forgive the 90s for what it did to Herb Trimpe's art. Herb Trimpe, Herb Trimpe was never the best artist. He was never, he was never the most exciting artist. He was never revolutionary, but he was solid. You knew what you were getting with a Herb Trimpe comic. You knew that you would be getting a solid, well drafted well drawn comic. Throughout the 70s and 80s, he did solid work. And then in the 90s, he changed to match the styles of the times, the style of the times, and it was garbage. His 90s work was absolute unreadable garbage. Because presumably he was trying to sort of Godzilla was tremendous as well. Right. The Marvel Godzilla series, that was a fucking wild ride. Should they introduce a trans superhero? Yeah. In fact, New Mutants, starting in October, New Mutants is going to have a trans girl as one of the main characters. She debuted last month. She debuted in June in their Marvel Voices. I did not, Anunnaki. Yeah, it's thoughts on Fantastic Four not being an origin story. That's fine. Cool. Honestly, totally fine. It doesn't need to be an origin story at all. The Fantastic Four does not need an origin story. And in fact, I would say that an origin story would actually hold them back. Um, yeah, like I assume that Herb Trimpe was changing his style to sort of go along with what was popular at the time. It was a really soft debut, in my opinion. I'm looking forward to representation for him. A few years back, Marvel did actually have multiple comics going on featuring trans heroes. They failed because they were just bad movies. Cool. They failed because they didn't really get Fan Four Stick, especially. Like Fan Four Stick just did not get the point of the Fantastic Four. Yeah, I remember there was a couple years there. Angela, uh, Angela, Asgard's assassin, and moving into Witch Hunter, and then moving into Queen of Hell. So yeah, the Angela solo series, it had Sarah, her girlfriend, her wife, as a main character. At the same time, there was an FF series going on, which featured Tom, the Moloid, as one of the main characters. And there was Loki, Agent of Asgard, which treated Loki as which treated Loki as gender fluid. It was a gender fluid Loki. So sometimes Loki would be just a woman. Guardian? Yes, Guardian. There is a Canadian superhero named Guardian. So like there were at least 3 that I can think of. Oh, and of course, Unbeatable Squirrel Girl had Koi Boy. So there was a time where Marvel had 4 ongoing comics that featured trans characters in ongoing roles. Those comics all ended, and Marvel just stopped featuring trans people, especially trans people with powers. Immortal Hulk did have Dr. Charlene, was it Charlene McGowan? Charlene Gowan did have the Doctor. Thoughts on monkeypox? It's going to monkeypox seems like it might end up getting pretty bad. But like they had that Doctor Charlene and Immortal Hulk, but she wasn't a superhero. She was just a scientist. She was tech support. Great character. Really well made, really well done character, but not actually a superhero. And they just haven't had trans heroes since then. So even though I'm not actually currently reading any Marvel stuff, I am still paying attention to what goes on at Marvel, even though I'm not actually reading any of their stuff right now. So I am pretty happy that they're going to have that character in New Mutants, and written by Charlie Jane Anders, who seems to be pretty cool. Monkeypox is going to be the new pandemic, they're saying. It's going to be pretty bad, and it's going to be bad because nobody is taking it seriously right now. Everybody is treating it as an STD, which it's not. It's not actually an STD, but it's being treated as though it is, which is a problem. People are going to get monkeypox simply because they don't know how it's they've not been told how it's actually transmitted. Banty, I've heard some pretty decent things about the new trans character. What if Wolverine was Chinese? Okay. I don't remember the character's name, but like I said, I've heard some pretty good things about her. So she seems to be a pretty cool character. And it looks like Al Ewing is currently writing a Defenders comic where it seems like Loki is being presented as gender fluid again. Because no writer after Al Ewing has actually really done anything with Loki being gender fluid, which is a shame. A couple of throwaway lines here and there, but I don't know, Doors. Did it travel to animals in North America? And I mean, it's going to travel to kids. Like, it's good. Kids are going to be getting it. Gender fluid, like, you changes. Pretty much, Jesse, yeah. Sometimes, like, some days you're a guy, some days you're a girl. Some days you're neither. Some days you're both. What's monkeypox? It's a new disease that's going around. It's being treated as like a gay man's disease. Yes, Louise. I showed them off earlier. I don't feel like showing them off again. Yeah, monkeypox. It's a new disease that's going around. It's being treated as a gay man's disease, which means people are not taking it the least bit seriously, and are preferring to make jokes and act as though all those gays deserve it. Exactly, Doors. My understanding is that what's actually happening is that gay men, it's turning up more in gay men because gay men are more likely to be tested. Monkeypox a lot worse than COVID. That I'm not sure about, J. Dot. Pretty much, Milky. Wonder if they'll approach it. I don't think so, Stephen. I don't think we're going to get lockdowns ever again. No matter what disease pops up, I don't think that lockdowns are going to happen. Um, because everyone in power cares more about short-term economic economics than they do about people's lives. They will ignore it, Stephen. They are ignoring it. They've been ignoring it for the past 2 years. You know, COVID is constantly spiking and it gets ignored every time. They just good night, Ghost Split. They just don't care. They are more than happy to sacrifice people's lives in the name of short term economic stability. Not even long term. Because long term, hundreds of thousands of deaths is not really great for the economy. Like long term, all those deaths are not great for the economy. But they only care about the short term. Because that's what fucking capitalism gives a shit about. Capitalism is all about short term profits. They don't give a single wet hot fuck about the future. They don't give a fuck about the lives of the customers. They don't give a fuck. They sure as hell don't give a fuck about the lives of the employees. They don't care. Capitalism does not care about people's lives. Capitalism does not care about people's health. Capitalism cares about one thing and one thing only, and that's how much money do I make today? That's the only thing that matters to capitalism. How much money do I make today? I don't even remember. I don't remember anything about that movie, Dandy. Yep, we do, Bansi. The profits were measured by quarter. Well, fine then, bariatric. The only thing they care about is how much money do we make this quarter. They don't even really care that much about a year down the line. Like in all honesty, they don't even really care about like how much money are we going to be making a year down the line. It's how much money are we making this quarter? There's no long-term planning in capitalism. Capitalism is frankly shit at any sort of long-term planning. Not really incognito. Lumber companies will happily chop down an entire fucking forest. Fisheries will happily, or like, yeah, fishing companies will happily grab up every single fish in the ocean. And, of course, every company takes great pride in underpaying its employees, even though giving them living wages would actually, be better for long-term health. They don't actually care. Right. Corporate greed is a symptom of capitalism. Well, fine, then she's the. There are exceptions, incognito, but I mean, there's a reason that Starbucks locations keep unionizing and keep voting for unionizing. There's been like 200 Starbucks locations that have unionized this year. That's not happening because Starbucks is treating its employees great. Or Amazon workers pissing in bottles on the floors. UPS delivery drivers fucking passing out from heat. Like, these companies aren't taking care of their employees. These companies couldn't give a less of a shit about the employees. They pay the absolute bare minimum that their spreadsheets have said they need to pay in order to have employees. If I had to leave Canada, where would I move? Scotland, maybe. I mean, more and more people are doing that, Scotty. Like all those companies putting up, oh, nobody wants to work anymore, complaints. It's because young workers are saying, fuck this. Yeah, so I've heard might be. That's actually complete and total bullshit, Sosuke. Like, it's actually like demonstrable bullshit. Um, the reality is, young workers want to work, but they want to be compensated. They want fair compensation for their labor. That's what it comes down to. They just want fair compensation for the labor they're providing, and they're not getting it. Do I want to work? Kinda, yeah. I mean, I do. Get peace, Sosuke. I don't give a shit. Yes, prostitution should be decriminalized. I don't actually want the government to get involved in prostitution. So legalizing it is actually kind of a legalizing it might not be the best option, because then the government is going to get involved in it, and that's just going to ruin the whole thing. So decriminalize prostitution, decriminalize sex work. No, I do not think of myself as fulfilled. Would fulfill me? I don't know. Starting transition and getting a job that I enjoy. I mean, retail and service is hard, Sosuke. Those are still hard jobs. Exactly, Heidi. But two or more consenting adults. I'd say it's still hard crap. Do I support polygamy? I support polyamory. I work retail. I'm on my feet 10 hours a day. Yeah. Any updates? No update situation. I have not, Julia. Police work it. Being a cop isn't even in the 10 most dangerous jobs, Sosuke. Not even top 10 most dangerous jobs. Truck driver is actually more dangerous than cop. Roofers, more dangerous. Garbage collectors, more dangerous. Farmers, more dangerous. Agricultural workers, more dangerous. Landscaping supervisors, more dangerous. Highway maintenance workers, more dangerous. Yeah, police comes in at 22, at 22nd. Net, it's reheated 80s homophobia. So yeah, police officer is like the 22nd most dangerous job. I can believe it, Sosuke. One I was looking at was a study specifically done by the University of Delaware. So take that for what it is. Doors, I mean, forced by financial circumstances describes most jobs, I feel like. Basically communist. That communist Delaware. Lady Di. Meanwhile, there's a Chick-fil-A in South Carolina. South Carolina or North Carolina? One of the Carolinas. There's so I've heard, Hobbit. Yeah, there's actually a Chick-fil-A in one of the Carolinas that is trying to get people to volunteer to work there for chicken sandwiches. Like, we'll give you, we'll give you 5 chicken sandwiches to work here. Like, that's got to violate some kind of labor law, I would think. Pay people. That's the wildest fucking thing. Pay people. People worked for food in the 1600s. I feel like I don't know if that state follows labor laws. More and more states are starting to disregard labor laws. There's a Hyundai factory in Alabama that has workers as young as 12. It's not Craigzilla. It's a real thing. And yeah, I think it's Alabama. There is a Hyundai factory in Alabama that is just ignoring child labor laws, hiring kids as young as 12 years old to work the factory, to work the lines. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, and I think, and it's important to remember, this is something that's going to get worse. Like, more and more places are going to start ignoring. There's going to be states that just start straight up repealing child labor laws. Like, it's coming. I think there's been states that have considered it. Like there have been states, I think, that have actually considered easing up child labor laws. I don't think any of them have followed through yet, but it's going to happen. Because they would rather exploit children than actually pay workers decent wages. Yeah. You can sort of get away with paying a 13-year-old less than you would have to pay a 23-year-old. What happens when the children demand higher wages? They get fired and replaced with 8-year-olds. Fucking nonsense, Ned. Child labor bill's character. Is that what child labor builds character? Oh, is character. Is that what Hyundai's calling their new car? Cool. She's not here right now, situation. She's on a date. Hey, J Dot. I have not seen that movie, Fat Belly Kid. I don't know, Sosuke. Brooke, if I have filters on, it's through no knowledge of my own. As far as I know, I have no filters on. If there are any, it's no doing of mine. IHOP or Danny's restaurant? Either one, Alicia. I've never eaten either. Damn it, Sosuke. I mean, it wouldn't be blockers that I'd be going on, Sosuke. It'd be estrogen. But I have no idea if it'll help with my hair. Yep, Brooke, this is all me. I try not to, Danielle. All right. I'm getting tired. I think I'm going to get off here. Gonna end the live. Go feed the cats, and then I don't know. So as usual, it's been fun, and I'll see you next time. Bye.